welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's playoff baseball here at Panther Park with the Buckeye High School Panther baseball team coming in at number 4 in the state in Division II Select, Josh.
Yeah, look, it's going to be a good outing here. Got a hometown crowd, a lot of people here. Nothing more fun than high school playoff baseball.
It's a baseball playoff atmosphere around here. It's people everywhere. Panthers they're hosting the number 13 Kenner Discovery Swamp Owls.
Swamp Owls.
Swamp Owls, we'll be saying.
Well, they are in the swamp.
So,
Drew Tyson going to get the start for the Panthers. We'll go through the lineups here. About to be the first pitch underway. Again, that's Drew Tyson on the bump for the Panthers. The senior right-hander ready to go to work here in playoff baseball.
Here we go, and this is going to be the first pitch delivered. Going to be ball just outside. Miller, the batter for Kenner. Count's going to go 1 ball, no strikes. Strike 1. Evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
On the diamond for the Panthers. Going to have Caden Grimmett at shortstop, batting in the number 1 hole.
Takes strike 2, goes down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tyson is ahead of Miller.
Yeah, Drew Tyson, who's on the bump, batting number 2. Adam Broadnax at the hot corner, third base.
Off speed, just misses outside. It's going to even the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Going to have the right fielder, Mason Sanders, batting number 4. And the first baseman, number 10.
He's going to hit it off his fist. Broadnax takes it, throws it over to Hunt, and the first batter is retired.
Good pitch there from Drew Tyson. Like you said, he works in that count so good. He gets ahead in that count, and then he's a very gritty ball player. He's going to be very well missed.
They jammed him up. All right, we're going to have the left-handed hitter up for Kenner Discovery.
It's going to be Deast.
Foul ball is going to go in the Panther dugout and come out. Almost got
the whole host of Panthers.
A whole host of Panthers.
Number 23, Deast, the left-hander, batting.
Deast, number 23, from the left side, down 0-1 in the count after the foul ball. Deast is a good hitter for the Swamp Owls.
Going to even that count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Tyson, look, he's on the hill, ready to go again, already getting his sign, and here we go.
Just a bit high, 2 balls, 1 strike on Deast. Delivers off speed, gonna make it in there. Strike 2.
Even the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
Just a little downstairs. Just a little downstairs there. Gonna fill it up.
Full. He's gonna win the battle. Tyson delivers. It's a high fly ball. It's gonna go.
It's gonna get out of play.
Out of play. And it's gonna keep the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Deets give that one a ride.
Deets can get around on it, like I said, but Drew Tyson throws a lot of off-speed pitches, so you see a lot of people timing it up, but they're out in front of it.
Once again, gonna foul it back to the screen.
And he's got a sneaky fastball. He's not throwing as hard as you think he is. And then the next thing you know, it's high 70s, low 80s right there coming at you after a good breaking ball. So still full, and he's gonna get him looking.
And Deets knew it. He's looking for the off speed, and there was that sneaky fastball that you talked about. It's gonna be 2 outs here in the top of the first inning.
Big hitter up for the Swamp Owls as Coach DeWeese is backing up the center fielder. Looking like they're going to pitch him outside the middle of the plate. And the first one's going to be a breaking ball outside, be ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
That's Netterville up in the box for the Swamp Owls.
Netterville's down there.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Billy Ray. Oh, Oh, he's
going to be out in front of that off speed. I'm telling you, Drew Tyson does such a good job working his pitches.
Nothing in the gap. Cheat a little bit. Make him beat us here.
Nothing surprises me with Drew Tyson. He is a very all-rounded. And again, that ball is hit so hard, but again, it's that off speed that makes him out in front of it.
It's going to run the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Netterville.
And Drew Tyson's standing there waiting for the batter to get back in the box. He's ready. He's feeling it.
He pitches at a very good
and
pace,
there's that.
And that's just missed.
I'm guessing that's an outside, but that's that fastball that he likes to sneak in on you there.
He's better than a sneaky shot.
I'm not sure where that one missed.
He does get it, and Boone goes up and makes the play. Hayden Boone goes to his right, jumps and make a diving play for the Panthers, and they retire their side in order, 1, 2, 3, as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Panthers 0, Swamp Owl 0. Panthers look to put up some runs here in the bottom half.
Yeah, look, it's exciting to see how much confidence that Drew Tyson has in his defense there. You know, they had a plan. They were going to pitch him middle of the plate out. They were going to give him a lot of breaking balls, make him out in front of it, and then try to sneak him with a fastball. Didn't get the call on it.
Didn't get the call on the fastball.
But he had to respect the fastball. Drives that curveball back up the middle. Hayden Boone's there, ready to make a fantastic play.
Another senior step.
Yeah, this is an exciting group of kids to watch.
Very much so. So we're going to go to the bottom half of the inning, and we'd like to thank our sponsors here in playoff baseball at Buckeye. Hey, this is free baseball for our sponsors. Playoff baseball here at Buckeye Panther Park. Our headline sponsor for all of Buckeye Athletics is BK Distributors, BK Promotions, and BK Apparel. Anything you need with a logo on it, the trio of business of BK, go see Scott, Kaylee, or Blaine, or Carrie if you need to be checked out, and they'll take care of you.
Right. Great time of the year, too, for it. You got trophies, engraved plaques, banners, you need it, signs, anything you need. BK Distributors, like to thank him. Also, Holloway Outdoors and Marine. That's Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Anything you need, hunting or fishing-wise, Holloway Outdoors and Marine is your one-stop shop there. Like to thank them for being a headline sponsor for baseball this year, girls softball and girls basketball. Like to thank Holloway Outdoors and Marine.
Yes, best boats in Sinlaw. We'd also like to thank Robbie Tarver and the Tarver Companies. Listen, anything that you could think about doing, Robbie Tarver probably has a company that does it. So go see him. He's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. The Robbie Tarver and the Tarver Companies. I'd like to thank him for being a headline sponsor this year for both girls softball at Buckeye and boys baseball here at Buckeye.
Yeah, got the Buckeye alumni, played baseball here. He was catcher, very good athlete. Hey, I'd like to thank Robbie Tarver and all his companies.
All right, we're going to move to the bottom of the first inning, and it looks like Grimmett's going to lead it off for the Panthers. Grimmett's going to be batting from the left side.
Yeah, quick for the lineup for the Panthers. We're going to have Grimmett leading it off. Drew Tyson behind him. Adam Broadnack batting the third hole. Mason Sanders hitting number 4. Justin Hunt at 5. Zach Craig at 6. Ty Curtis at 7. Hayden Boone at 9. Cameron Burns.
You missed 8.
Yeah, I missed 8. That's Hayden Boone's at 8. Cameron Burns going to be at 9.
All right, here we go. First pitch to Grimmett.
Tell you what got me there was Boone has the number 9 beside him because he is number 9.
He is number 9, correct.
It's going to be a ball outside.
All right, Miller's going to be on the bump for the Swamp Owls. All right, Grimmett takes strike 1. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. It looks like Miller works very quickly as well. Maybe your chair's underneath here. That's going to be a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Getting that all-speed back door there is going to even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's like a backdoor slider he has there.
That's a tough pitch on the lefty. Line drive.
And that's what you do with it.
Pushes it outside. He's going to look for 2. He's around first. Here he's going to go in. Gets down, and he's going to have a leadoff double for the Panthers. Hayden Grimmett hit it where it was at, pushed it opposite side of the field, and is going to have a double.
Yeah, that's what you got to do with that pitch. If you can continue, if the Panthers can continue to do that with that pitch today, they'll have success. But here's what you do. If you get that top hand rolled over and you try to pull that ball, it's a ground ball all day. So very good piece of hitting there by the junior in Caden Grimmett.
Yes, very, very good piece of hitting. Now Drew Tyson going to step in the box, can help his cause with the Panther already in scoring position at second base. Grimmett takes his lead. Tyson
looks at the strike,
shows a bunt and pulls it back.
So what I was saying was why you got to be, why I brought that up about where that pitch is at, hitting it on these left-handed pitchers. We have 4 people today that's left-handed for the Panthers batting. So what you're going to have to do is hit that pitch where it's at, or they're going to get that ground ball out.
Roll you over. That's
right. We got 4 lefties in the lineup for the Panthers.
All right, Miller's going to step off the mound. Steps back. Grimmett takes his lead from second. Bunts it down the line. It's going to be fair. He throws it to the second baseman cover, and it does get the out, but he pushes him over to third base, does his job at the plate, and moves the runner to third base with just 1 out.
Yeah, very good. I mean, Drew did his job. That's what's so special about Drew. He can hit the ball. You need him to lay the bunt down. He can lay the bunt down. Lays it down very good there.
Well,
down
the best shortstop I've seen.
I mean, when he's in the middle of the infield, it's amazing.
He's super dependable.
Very good job there.
Broadneck steps to the plate. Broadneck has been clutch all season long, not only on the bump, but also at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Swamp Owls have the corners in and middle's playing back. Swing and a miss. Got him on the breaking ball.
Yeah, it looks like that breaking ball there.
Gotta keep them hands back at the Broadneck. Swamp Owls in the outfield. Kay Miller from left to right. Delahousse center. And Donata is playing right.
Ball outside. Going to bring 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the infield, Williams at the hot corner. Hartley at short. Kennel at second, and Dice at first. Miller on the bump, and Netterville behind the plate. Netterville is their ace. But they chose not to throw today.
It's going to bring that count 2 balls, 2 strikes on the breaking ball that outside.
Good. Oh, you're going to hit it back to the pitcher. And he covered his position, and that's what you want to do if you're a Swamp Owl, is you
get that ground ball out.
Ground ball to the pitcher is what you want. All right, another left-handed senior steps in, Mason Sanders. 2 down now for the Panthers. Still a go-ahead run. 90 foot away. Panthers love to get this run in on a lead-off double. Ball outside.
You know, you may have people ask, well, why you want lead off double? Why you want to sacrifice your number 2 to get him to third? Well, here's the deal. You're trying to get on the board first. Hey, you got a pass ball. You can get there. You're 90 feet away.
And listen, if the ball goes anywhere but the pitcher,
that's
a score.
That's right.
Mason almost pulled the trigger. Oh.
I'm probably going to call that one a strike. That one was in the dirt.
Looked like it was to the back leg back there, the back foot. That's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike on Sanders. Strike 2.
We're going to have a 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sanders. Sanders usually hits the ball well with 2 strikes.
Miller steps off.
Going to call for the side again. Didn't like what he's seen. I would guess this is that backdoor slider. The fastball, Sanders fouls it back. chops it into the dirt.
That's going to keep the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sanders. 2 outs. Runner on third base would be Caden Grimmett. And he led it off for the Panthers with a leadoff double. Sacrificed over to third. The Swamp Owls got a reprieve on the third batter as Broadnax hit a crisp ground ball to the pitcher. And here we are. Sanders
There it
going to put
is.
it in.
That's
That's
gonna
going to
fall.
be a base hit. And the Panthers are going to take a lead.
And the hot-hitting Mason Sanders does his job. He's been clutch all year. That's
Another
why he's in the
clutch
4-hole.
hit.
Yeah, look, Mason Sanders, over the last 2 years, Mason Sanders has come a long ways in the game of baseball. He has taken what Coach Marty or whoever's been working with him, Coach Marty, and he is doing it to a T of what they're asking him to do.
He did
I mean,
just
phenomenal.
what you said. He has to go with the outside
You have to
breaking
go,
ball.
yeah. If you don't go with it, it's a ground ball out. That's what, obviously, that's been worked on all year. I mean, all week, you know. Here comes another left-hander, the sophomore Hunt, and he's just going to have to do the same thing. And that backdoor slider, you're going to have to go with it.
So take the first ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Hunt.
And if you can go with it or foul it off enough, you'll get that fastball middle part of the plate that you can
Yeah, and it's not
then
overpowered.
uncork on. Yeah.
That was a huge hit for Sanders. You want to pick up that run. You get a leadoff double in the top of the first inning. I mean, the bottom of the first inning. Pitcher's going to
Ball called.
And here, hey, we finally got our 3 umpires.
Yeah,
that we
man, I
wanted all
told you
year.
that's. I mean, they, LHSAA says, playoff. We understand it needs to be 3 out there. Regular season, we give you 2. Playoff, we're going to give you 3.
It's just such
I
a
like
big
it.
field. It's got, that's the proper way to call it. Not sure what he did. I don't know if he came set.
I don't think he comes set.
Yeah.
He rushed it a little.
All right, so Panthers have a runner in scoring position with Mason Sanders. Moves to second on the ball. 2-0 to Hunt. Looks at ball 3 upstairs.
So I'm guessing it's going to be 2-0 now. The no pitch
No, it's
With-
a ball. It's a ball.
with the balk. No pitch, right? It's a no pitch with the balk since it was somebody on. If there's nobody on and you balk with nobody on, then it's a ball. So it'll be 2-0 now, I believe, unless we've called a strike on him that I don't know about.
I thought if there's a balk, you automatically got a balk.
If nobody's on. If somebody's on, you advance a runner.
You only get one of the 2.
I think so.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I'm almost positive,
And
but
I know
but
a lot
hey.
about baseball.
hey,
But I did not know that.
I think a balk is considered a no pitch.
Swing and fouls it straight back.
Considered a no pitch.
I got you.
And if you have somebody on, that no pitch, even though it's a balk, they advance. Nobody's on, no pitch, it's a ball.
Learn something new every day.
I think so, yeah. Hey, but hey, I've been known to be wrong before, Darren.
Haven't we all? Sanders takes a good lead over at second base. Breaking ball is going to stay up and away. That's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike on Hunt. And you were right. Or he'd be down at first base.
That's what I think. But like I said, I guarantee you anybody listening that can prove it wrong will tell me. So I'm
yeah.
almost positive,
I think
but
you're
I
right.
think that is the rule.
All
I
right,
didn't
Hunt.
know that you could touch the runner
That's going to be ball
at
4.
second with your glove if you're the shortstop either. That's something new that I haven't seen, keeping that glove on him. I think you can get close to him, but I'm not sure you can touch him. And that may be what they're going to talk about now. Bringing out all the rules here on you, Darren.
Hey, if I'm running, I'm glad he's touching me. 'Cause I know
I
where
mean,
he's
me
at.
and you both, yeah. But I'm almost positive that's what that conversation was about.
All right, Zach Craig's going to step in, the freshman. He also bats from the left side.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about those hands. We're going to have to go with that pitch.
Zach can hit it to all parts of the field. We know that. Looks at the ball inside, 1-0 on Craig. I'd be proud to see your boy up there batting in a playoff game as a true freshman. I'm proud. I'm just as on.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, he works hard. We're on the move.
They're going.
No
Not going to
tag.
get there. Ball was in the dirt.
And I'm guessing we missed the sign because
Yep.
we
Must have been a
are.
hit and run.
Marty is really hot.
Freshman mistakes.
And the nerves come at you. Didn't cost him anything, but I can guarantee you
He'll get an earful.
that he will get the sign next time, which I'm a firm believer in. If you can't get the sign,
See if he can pick up 2 here. Looks at ball 3 upstairs, 3-0 on the freshman.
well, the way to redeem yourself is if you don't get the walk. Now that you have 3 strikes or 3 balls, is to score these 2 runs on a base hit.
Right.
They tend to overlook that missed sign, but I can guarantee you Marty DeWeese has done it enough
I bet he's
that it's a
taking
butt chewing coming.
That's ball 4.
And here it comes.
Oh,
Zach's probably saying, I didn't know, and it starts.
Oh.
And it's going to be a timeout for the Swamp Owls.
All right, Panthers load them up here with 2 outs. They've already pushed 1 across here in the bottom of the first inning to take a 1-0 lead over Kenner Discovery. The Panthers really could use a base hit here.
Yeah, it's
Put a
2 out.
crooked number on
Yeah,
the
it's 2 outs. So I mean, Justin Hunt has decent speed from second there. He can probably get to home. If the fielder has to move, if it don't come right to the outfielder, I look
Right.
for Justin Hunt to be able to score from second.
And
But regardless, you're going to pick up 1.
think
But
he'll-
everybody's going to be
I
moving
think
here.
he'll be moving, and nobody's going to be holding him
Keeping
home.
it, yeah. Here's this backdoor breaking ball. You can't really see it now with Ty Curtis stepping in the box
Ball upstairs.
against.
And Curtis is super strong.
Hey,
We
yeah,
saw
and
that from the football field.
I'll say one thing about Ty Curtis. He's been up here. He's calling himself going through a little bit of a slump, and he is mad at himself. He has been up here every night for the past week and a half hitting baseballs.
Hey, and that shows you the commitment.
Yeah,
that
look,
has
he
to
has a
being
work
good at
ethic.
everything.
You know, I was talking to Jesse the other day, which is his dad, and he does. So Ty Curtis right now, he does a workout for football.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to a football camp, and he does a baseball, and he does a workout for baseball. So it's not like he stops.
No.
So
That's
I
gonna be a
mean,
ball. 2 balls, 1 strike on Curtis.
yeah, a lot of people don't understand these athletes, man. They do more than one thing, and
Oh,
they stay busy all the time.
And he's a super duper football player. Fouls.
And that one's going to get that's good, and it misses 1. So it's going to even the count up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hits it out to the left side. Shortstop's going to try to make it play across the diamond. He's not going to get him. Uh-oh. He's going to be safe, and the Panthers going to score another one.
Craig did not know that third base was held up. Mason Sanders, he took off running,
And
and
hung up.
he got hung up, but
Made an
the
excellent
swim
slide
move
back.
spin.
Yeah.
The swim move spin saved him.
The slide saved him to get in there. And actually got the Panthers another run for it. And the umpire's going to talk about it, see if anybody else got a good look at it. He got in there. I mean, it was a very good slide by Craig.
Yeah, well, the throw was on the opposite side of the bag. I'm not sure what we're looking for. I guess he was asking for
I
it,
think he was
maybe.
just asking for extra. For a second opinion. And he got it. It was a good call.
And at this point in time, I'm not exactly sure if Craig will get off the bag at all.
Yeah. He still hasn't got the butt chewing he's going to get from Stewart.
No, yeah, that's right. He's got 2 coming.
Yeah.
But like I said, no harm. Hey, I forgot to put the runs up now that
Oh,
we're.
yeah, we got 3, bud. Fly ball, it's going to come this way. Dietz is trying to line it up and does, and that's the 3rd out. But not before the Panthers score 3 runs here in the bottom of the first inning to take a lead 3-0 over the Swamp Owls.
I can guarantee you that Stewart's is going to be a lot easier than Marty's. Yeah, but look, hey, got what you wanted, 3 runs up onto the board.
Yeah, that's what you want if you're a Panther right there. Get that early lead and let Drew Tyson do what he does.
Yeah, look, he's already in that quick pitch today. You know, he's feeling it. And we watched him go to West Monroe and pitch a gem of a game. I sat there at the West Monroe game and watched, and we should have beat West Monroe. We lost it 2-1. Had some people that we left on base. But Drew Tyson went up there, and it was absolutely bothering him, absolutely nothing. I mean, he threw his game. He's going to continue to throw his game. He works that all speed in, and like I said, he has that sneaky fastball. And he pitched a great, fantastic game against West Monroe, just dropped it 2-1. You know.
I mean, anytime you go up to West Monroe and only give up 2 runs.
Yeah, I mean, West Monroe was defending state champions from last year.
You've pitched a gem of a game. All right, here we go. It's going to be Delahousse.
Yeah, and if you notice, he's on the mound now. He's ready for the box to be manned up.
All right, so the Swamp Owls send up Delahousse. He's going to be the 4-hole hitter for Kenner. It's going to be ball 1.
Do we need this anymore now that we're through the first?
I don't think so.
Oh, that would be it. It's going to go to Justin Hunt.
He's got room. Hunt is under it and makes a catch. Out number 1 to start the top of the 2nd inning.
Coach Marty is calling football plays in the dugout.
Maybe he forgot what sport we're playing.
Oh, I'm telling you, he is a passionate coach.
All right, here
when
we
it comes
go.
to baseball.
Lawson's going to come to the plate for Kenner Discovery. Takes ball 1 low. 1 ball, no strikes. Foul ball. It's going to even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bring the count up even, 1-1.
Off speed.
There's the off speed.
Throws him. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lawson.
And Darren, I will tell you this. I notice you're in shorts, and you notice I am in the jogger pants, the coaching pants.
That's going to be a flare.
Caden Grimmett got a good jump on it. We got double. There it is.
They got to it. I mean, they can cover some ground, buddy.
Yeah, Caden Grimmett read that ball well. He was able to, I mean, him or Boone could have got it.
Yeah, either one of them.
But Grimmett got an excellent jump on it.
Fast.
So after the rain here, because we got about a 2.5-inch rain last night, 2 1/4, between the hours of 1 and 5. The Gnats are terrible.
Ground ball is going to go to Broadnax. He's going to hand it across, and Nat's going to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 in order once again.
Yeah, Drew Tyson pitched 9 pitches.
That's a great inning.
That's what. Yeah, that's what's so good about Drew Tyson. I mean, he comes out sometimes when he's feeling it, man. I mean, he may go. You know, we've seen him less than 7 pitches. I think 6 pitches one time this year. So he does.
They put him down quickly, and the Panthers are going to be back up trying to add to this lead.
Which I now have on the board, 3-0.
You have the 3-0 now.
I do, and I have this one gnat bothering me, and I can't see him with these sunglasses on. It's
He's really after you.
If you could hold this for me for 1 second, I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to let you say everything about the.
Are you going to attack the gnat or what?
Well, I ate some shrimp last night, so my hand's a little swollen, I guess.
Oh, the glove.
Not going on the little baby glove today.
Look underneath you.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, man, I needed about that hand. I'm scared that big glove. You know, I'm not as good as I once was, as Toby Keith would say.
Yeah,
so
but you're as good once.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've already used that token.
Oh, well, we're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
You're our only defense.
Well, I'm thinking like if it's coming straight at me, I may jump.
Well, you need to tell me if that's.
Well,
what
I'm
your
going to
plan
say
is.
jump before I do it.
Okay, because I don't have a glove. All right, right, here we go.
Going to bring Cameron Burns.
Burns up to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning for Buckeye. Burns can fly.
Cameron Burns can fly.
Foul ball.
That's got one. That's got one. That's yours.
That is? Ooh, I thought it was mine.
It missed. Barely got a dink on the truck. It's the craziest I've ever seen it. Park cars so close here. And I don't think we've all-speed pitch.
I thought he was all over that one.
Going to be a swing and a miss. Going to go down 0-2.
All right, if you're Burns here, you just got to take a two-strike approach. He does. Fouls it off. It's going right over the top of us. Keeps the count.
Almost.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Almost.
Ball inside.
Not sure it didn't hit him. He moved out of the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Burns.
Off speed outside. It's going to be 2-2. And if you need to fight the gnat with your sunglasses off, it's not very bright out here.
Hey, now that you say that, I do see that. You've been counting up 2 balls, 2 strikes.
High fly ball.
Just out in front of it, waited on it, just not long enough. He drove it straight up and foul, out of play. And the humid weather is showing up now.
Oh, he gets caught looking.
Calls him outside for strike 3. Freezes Burns.
That's going to be 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
And here comes the junior left-hander, the leadoff, number 33, Caden Grimmett, who had a double.
For sure.
Stand-up double in the first. And there it is. He did.
Shot to second base. Second baseman has it. Throws it to first.
That's the difference right there. Not saying that Caden didn't hit that ball hard, because he did. But that right there, if you see, that was that backdoor breaking ball, the backdoor slider. And he rolled that hand over a little bit. What'd he do? He hit the ball hard, but it went right to the second baseman because it's on the ground. You get on your front foot, it's over with. Right. Just a little advice there. Baseball knowledge for you.
All right, Drew Tyson up.
Drew, I look for Drew. Yeah, I look for Drew to barrel one up right here.
Ball low and away. Swamp Owls got 2 quick ones here in the bottom of the second, but the Panthers did score 2 runs the last inning with 2 outs. Foul.
Straight back foul. Catcher couldn't quite hold it. Will be a foul ball instead of the old foul tip.
Bingo. Low and away with the breaking ball. It's going to go back to the fence. It's going to bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike on Tyson. All right, Miller back on the bump. And he delivers. That's going to hit him.
And Drew Tyson flips the bat after he hits him in the middle of the back.
Fitzback's going to come in a run, courtesy run for our pitcher, Drew Tyson.
And Drew Tyson's tough as wet leather. Going to be the Air Force cadet. Fighter pilot.
Fighter pilot.
I think that would be a cool job.
I would. We was in a tournament the other day, and up at Barksdale.
Yeah.
And I watched them fighter pilots, buddy. That's got to be
Well, they're
fun
impressive
when you're
people.
going 800 miles an hour.
Yeah, and look, I mean, they go through a pretty good bit of strenuous stuff.
Your body's got to be able to
5.6 G's. I mean, here comes the senior, the big time, Adam Broadnax. Fits back out to a little bit of a lead.
Broadnax looks at strike one.
And I will give the umpire one thing. He's been consistent.
He has. He has.
But he is giving the corners. Sometimes it's.
I would rather.
I would rather too if I'm pitching.
If I'm pitching.
Yeah. If I'm batting, I need a 34-inch bat. I look for Fitzback to take off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt you any.
Now, we do know the catcher does have a very good arm, as is
He's
the
an
ace.
ace pitcher.
And he's back
And they thought about the same thing.
with the old 2 umpires. See how much easier that is? That guy is literally standing 6 foot from there, and the guy in the middle of the field has the look at second. This is where it's at. You need 3 all the time. That's what I say. They need to push to that.
This crew.
If you want to be an
been
umpire,
very,
hey, go
very
out and
good.
get you some rules, get certified. It's an umpire shortage, referee shortage,
And a microchip shortage.
and a microchip shortage. Yes. If we're talking about shortages, microchip shortage. That's why we're not getting any Yukons.
Yeah.
Back into the not making the Yukons, hard to find one.
All right, here we go. Fitzback takes the lead. Miller checks him.
There he
And
goes.
he's going on the pitch. Line drive shot.
Oh, that's in the
gonna
gap.
be in the gap, and that's going to score Fitzback for sure around third. Broadnax hit second, headed to third. He's going to go in.
He's going to have a stand-up triple.
Stand-up triple. Big knock there for the big time.
Look, Adam Broadnax waited on that off-speed pitch. He anticipated that off-speed pitch, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. He drove it to the wall.
Had the hit
in the
run
gap.
on. Had Fitzback in motion, and he scores easily. And that's going to make the score 4-0 Buckeye leads here in the bottom of the second inning. Guess who's up?
Mason Sanders.
The clutch hitting Mason Sanders.
Clutch hitting, son. I'm telling you, Mason Sanders has turned into a ball player over the last 2 years.
Swing and a miss. I think Sanders wanted all of it right there.
He did. Him and Broadnax pretty good friends. I think he was trying to show him, hey, I can do that too.
Looks at strike 2. Goes down to the count 0-2. He was down in the count 0-2 last time. Fought his way back and hit a line shot out to left to score a run. Stays in. He has a very good two-strike
I'm
approach.
telling you, that his two-strike approach is phenomenal. If it's close, he tries to get his bat on it. He tries to take it out of the umpire's hands as much as he can. That one was behind him. Broadnax thought about it.
Broadnax was going.
Well, it was, but it took a
fantastic hop.
serious bounce back to the catcher. That's going to bring count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's going to ground it out to the first baseman. It's a race to first, and he beats him. That's going to retire the side, but not before the Panthers put up another one, Josh.
Yeah, look, they put up another one, score another one on 2 outs. Good piece of hitting there by Broadnax with the triple.
And that's
Sanders just out in front. Yeah, look,
Sanders, don't be early, you know.
Yeah, don't be early on that off speed. That's what his bread and butter is.
We're going to drive it off speed, and we're going to hit the fastball to opposite field.
That's right, because like, you know, I hate to keep bringing it back up. Mason Sanders is a left-handed pitcher, so you know, pretty much you're going to get the off-speed backdoor slider.
Right.
That's what he does. When you're out in front of it and you get on that front foot, you do exactly what Mason and Grimmett did that round. One of them grounded out to the second baseman, one of them grounded out to the first baseman. That's just nature of the beast of being a left-handed batter against a backdoor slider.
You got to keep that weight back and drive it the other way.
You get by with it a little bit as a right-handed batter.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's going to be breaking towards you. You know, it's going to be breaking away from you. So you're going to get the barrel of that bat on it. But when it's breaking like it is to the left-handers, you just have to stay on top of it.
I would like to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors. They are a headline sponsor for all of Buckeye Athletics, BK Distributors, and the whole trio team. BK Apparel, BK Promotions, and BK Distributors. Anything you need with a logo on it, they can take care of you over at the BK shop.
Yeah, Holloway Outdoors and Marine. That's Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Anything you need. Hunting or fishing wise, Holloway Outdoors and Marine has what you need. Some of the best looking boats in Sinlaw.
That is true for sure. Also, Robbie Tarver and the Tarver companies, they're just a run, hop, skip, and a jump away. Anything you need, Tarver has a company for you. All right, here we are at the top of the third inning. Buckeye leading 4-0 over the Kenner Swamp Owls. And he starts him out, strike one. On Kennel. Strike two. And it looks like he's looking off speed. But he does have that sneaky fastball you talked about. And he went high and tried to get him to chase. Good pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kennel for the Swamp Owls. Ground ball. Hunt's going to take it himself, step on the bag, and retire the first batter here in the third inning.
Really good play there from Justin Hunt. Look, that ball was not easy because it was in one of those mid hops where it was going to hit right on the edge of the berm of that grass. Did a good job, stayed down on it. I looked for that one to take a wild bounce.
He did a very good job. Put that knee on the ground, make sure he stayed down. All right, Tyson delivers. Good shot there.
That's straight to Cameron Burns.
Burns has a bead on it. That was Miller. That was the pitcher. And he's retired, and there's 2 outs already here in the top of the third inning.
That's 5 pitches this inning for Tyson with 2 outs.
All right, they put the shift on in the outfield. Foul ball is going to get out of play into the seats.
However, it's not going to make it to the vehicles.
Oh, most a good play back there by the youngster. All right, it's going to bring the count. No balls, 1 strike on Williams. Looks at strike 2, 0-2 on Williams.
7th pitch of the inning for Tyson. Got 2 strikes on the batter.
Ground ball, Grimmett takes it, throws it across, and Hunt makes the catch. And they retire the side once again, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, look.
And listen, you're not supposed to talk about this as an announcer, but they haven't reached first base.
I agree. No, we're playing really good defense.
He's pitching a perfect game so far through 3.
Yeah, look, inning before that, he threw 9 pitches. This inning right here, he comes out here, gets 3 outs and 8 pitches. So 17 pitches in 2 innings with 6 outs.
That's super efficient.
At this point in time.
Yeah, that is super, super efficient.
And that's what's so special about Drew Tyson, man. He's gritty, brother. He is a gritty ball player.
Yeah, he gets.
And he has confidence in himself.
I was about to say, he has confidence. When he gets up there, he believes he's going to beat anybody.
Look, he's like, here's what I throw. This is what's coming. Here's what I throw.
And I got a defense behind me.
And I got a defense behind me that can play. That's what's made these the Panthers so good in the division they're in. Their defense is superb.
Oh, yeah.
They don't make a lot of mistakes. Now, we may come out and make 10 errors in a row. I don't know.
But
it's uncommon.
That's right.
Because our defense have been playing lights out all year.
That's exactly right. And, this team is a special team. And we pitch very well. And we don't have 2 pitchers that we should have this year due to injury.
That's correct, yeah. You throw the 2 pitchers in there that you have a 4-man staff.
That is,
lights
out.
Yeah, look, Colt Vircher being hurt, he's a lefty too.
Oh, yeah.
So, he can bring
it.
And he can bring it. So
all right, Justin Hunt's going to lead it off for Buckeye here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hunt bats from the left side. Craig on deck, he also bats from the left side. Looks at ball 1 inside. That's going to skip past the catcher.
Yeah, it's just going to be all about this backdoor breaking ball for the next 2 batters for sure. Going to try to sneak that slider in where you roll that hand over, get that ground ball out.
Hunt hits a high fly ball. Left fielder under it, calls it. And he's going to make the catch. And that's going to be one out here in the bottom of the third inning. And to the box. They're still picking his run out, his walk-up music, obviously. The freshman doesn't get a say in that. Craig steps up to the plate. Looks at ball one, low and away. Line shot to the left field. Left fielder's gonna make the play. It was a hit on the screws. Great piece of hitting there by Craig. He did exactly what we talked about. He went with it.
Yeah, that left fielder's just playing in the right spot. I mean, that's baseball, you know. Going to be a hard line drive out, and here we are, 2 down with
boom.
Ty Curtis. Looks like Ty Curtis standing in the box.
Curtis.
That one's got one.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
got
for sure. Oh, my goodness.
Right in between 2 vehicles.
All right, Curtis down in the count, 0-1. Panthers with 2 outs here. Curtis lines it to the second baseman. He picks it up, makes the play across, and the Panthers go down quietly in the bottom of the third inning. They still lead 4-0 over the Kenner Swamp Owls.
Yeah, that's less than 10 pitches for the Swamp Owls pitcher there. Good job being very efficient on his pitches as well.
On both sides. The Panthers hit some loud outs there.
So tomorrow's game, game 2 of the series, got to win the best out of 3 in Division II Select Playoff Baseball. Got to win best of 3. So tomorrow's game going to kick off at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock for the baseball
4 o'clock,
game.
and if they need a game 3, it'll be at 7 o'clock.
We'll put. I figure we'll have Broadnecks on the bump.
Broadnecks will be he'll have the start at 4 tomorrow.
Tomorrow we'll also have the softball game at 5 o'clock. So there'll be a bunch of Panther fans over here in Panther Park.
Yeah, gonna try to bring both of them live. Working on getting some download for stuff now.
Miller hits it down the line.
Gonna be down the line. Ty Curtis on the run. Here we go.
He's gonna test that arm. He don't need to.
Ty Curtis does a good job of getting over there down the line, getting the ball back in, holds him to a long single.
Miller, the first base runner, and Broadnecks did everything he could to get over there and dive.
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell Drew after the game, but Darron may have ruined your perfect game there.
I did. I ruined the perfect game. I shouldn't have said anything. I ruined the perfect season. All right, Dietz to the plate. For the Swamp Owls.
And the Swamp Owls.
He's a hitter.
This is their second time through.
These next 2 can really hit the ball.
This is their second time through the lineup here. Tyson works ahead in the count with the fastball.
No balls, 1 strike on Dietz. Miller at first base. And Tyson shows him the lazy one. Hoping he gets more because I know his move is very good. All right, checks the runner. Going to be
ball upstairs, even to count up 1 ball, 1 strike to Dietz, the left-hander Swamp Owl.
Dietz popped up to Hunt last inning, or in the first inning.
You hit a couple loud fouls.
Had one very loud one. There's a little closer move. He got off that bag awful quick. If I'm Hunt, I may do a little pump fake.
He may do it.
Miller takes his lead. Tyson's going to be ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike on D. Strike 2, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He is awful. Miller is very jumpy over here at first base. Line drive, boom, can't make the catch. He still may have him at second base, and he slips trying to get it on the wet grass. Boone laid out for it. It was a great play just to get to the ball. But the Swamp Owls are going to have him on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, look, Hayden Boone did everything in his power to get his glove on the ball, and I thought he had it. Fantastic play. And then would have had him if he could, if it wouldn't have rained so much last night, probably to get the out at second.
All right, Netterville steps up. He's a hard hitter.
Hard hitting Netterville in the box, shows bunt. Justin Hunt is going to crash from the first base side. Takes a couple steps back. And the Owls are getting loud. Tyson going to make him look at it. That's what's so good about Drew Tyson.
Yeah, he's not going to be intimidated.
He's not going to be intimidated. He stands there and makes the batter call timeout. Netterville still showing bunt.
Yeah, he's taking it out. Oh, fly ball. Mason catches it.
Tyson with the backup. Looks like the tag may have went in.
I think he hit into the bag. He went head first into the bag.
Good heads-up play there by Tyson. Tyson being in his backup there at third base on the relay from Mason to Grimmett. Ball was a little low. Broadnax held the bag. Tyson stops it on the overthrow there.
He's going to be okay. He went in head first. I think he got popped up on the bag.
Tyson almost throws him out.
Yes, very, very close play. All right, so that's going to put two Swamp Owls in scoring position. Miller at third, Dyson at second.
Yeah, so you have runner second and third, 2 outs. No, 1 out here. 1 out.
1 out. And they check him at second base.
What you're looking for here is the Panthers is one of those quick hits back to the pitcher, keep everybody at home.
Or a strikeout.
Or a strikeout.
And Drew Tyson hasn't moved.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Drew Tyson plays his own game inside the game. I mean, he's fun to watch.
Strike 1.
He keeps a lot of people off time.
Oh, yeah.
He sometimes he's quick to the plate, sometimes he's slow to the plate. Sometimes he stands there and stares down like Trevor Bauer. I mean, he's impressive to watch.
Strike 2. 0-2 on Delahousie. Ball upstairs.
I will say, if there is a fly ball hit to center field with the tag from third, it is going to be fun to watch Cameron Burns unleash the cannon from center field.
Unleash the fury, Mitch.
Because he has a cannon.
Up,
Gonna
straight
be
up.
up.
That may stay
Gonna go out of
It's going
play.
to drift into the seats. Foul off the light pole. That's going to keep the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Delahousie. 2 Swamp Owls still in scoring position. Breaking ball.
Even a count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line shot, they got it. Oh, Grimmett was looking third. He may have had him at second. It would have been close. Nice play there by Grimmett.
That's one of those plays there that,
You just got to guess right.
yeah, well, even
one's
if, you know, with it being that close at second, you know, Hayden Boone's coming in there. There's a lot of room for error because you're trying to get that throw there as fast as you can. That's when you see a lot of them balls go off the tip of the glove.
All right, 2 down now. Lawson to the plate for Kenner.
Tyson trying to get out of the inning with no run scored.
Ball low. 1 ball, no strikes on Lawson. I tell you what, Delahousie hit that one on the screws, but it was right to Grimmett, who made a good play on the ball. Breaking ball.
Good block by our man behind the plate.
Yes, Armin picked that one clean. 2 balls, no strikes on Lawson. Swing and a miss, foul. Tipped it. That's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike.
Make that swing, please. You know. You know.
Tyson looks at him.
Don't get the call.
Just a bit outside. That's going to be 3 balls, 1 strike on Lawson.
Yeah, and here again, base on balls, not giving something to hit is better than giving him something to hit if you let him walk.
You got open
First base is open.
Nothing hurts you unless the next dude gets it out, which I haven't seen all year. So
At this park, no.
Yeah.
Now today it's a dead still. But again,
gonna hit
I
one.
watched one of the hardest hit baseballs I have watched
oh yeah.
in this park against Denham Springs. Denham Springs timed one up against Broadnax at 93. Timed it up, and I'm telling you, he hit it the hardest baseball I've seen hit here all year, and it didn't touch the wall.
There you go. This place plays huge. All right, Lawson draws the walk.
Like I said, not a big time thing here. Got a force anywhere. Got the left-hander.
Donato at the plate. Donato must be pinch hitting. I do not remember him from earlier.
I like that.
You like that?
I like it.
Swing and a miss. Evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball. Broadnax takes it, throws it across the diamond, and retires the side. And Drew Tyson pitches his way out of it.
pitches himself out of the inning. That's what you're looking for. No runs.
No runs on 2 hits, no errors.
3 left on.
3 left on the bases.
And
the Swamp Owls left the bases loaded.
here comes up for the Panthers. I believe we're going to be starting with Hayden Boone, the senior. So it'll be 9-1-2 up for the Panthers. No, it'll be 8-9-1 up for the Panthers.
It's a good time to thank our sponsors, Greg.
Yeah, hey, look, BK Distributors. I'd like to thank BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, all the BK trio of businesses. Thank you for being a headline sponsor for all sports here at Buckeye. Also, I'd like to thank Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Holloway Outdoors and Marine, anything you need hunting or fishing wise, Holloway Outdoors and Marine is your one-stop shop. Also, I'd like to thank Tarver Companies. Robbie Tarver and his many companies, always just a hop, skip, jump away. Anything you need, Tarver Companies can get it for you. I'd like to thank him for being a headline sponsor for a Buckeye baseball this year on 446 Sports, the Panther Vision.
Panther Vision.
So up for the Panthers, like we said, going to have 8-9-1 coming to the plate.
All right. Here we go.
That'll put Hayden Boone, the senior, in the box up first for the Panthers.
All right, Boone steps to the plate. Line
Ball's
shot.
hit hard.
Center fielder retreats and lines it up, makes the catch. Hard hit ball by Boone.
One pitch, one out here
Good play
for
by the
the
center
Swamp Owls. Very good play. I thought it was going to burn him there for a second. Took 3 steps back and finds it in the gap over toward left field. That'll bring the sophomore, Big Cameron Burns, up into the box.
Miller still on the bump for the Swamp Owls.
Burns will look at ball one downstairs.
Swing and a miss. Delahusa made a good play on that last ball. I thought, like I say, I thought it was going to be burnt too, but he got back there and lined it up pretty quick. He waited on that one and sticks it through the 5-6 hole. Good piece of hitting there by Cameron Burns.
Yeah, that good piece of hitting there by the sophomore Burns on that. Like he said, sits back on it, waits, drives it through the 5-6 hole. And with Cameron Burns' speed on the base path is always a threat for the Panthers because he can fly.
It puts pressure on the defense constantly.
Yeah, and with Grimmett coming up, having a stand-up double in the first, I look for Cameron Burns to maybe get in motion here, try to get a little bit of another insurance run for the Panthers.
Takes strike one.
Grimmett will look at strike one on the outside. Burns testing out the release of the pitcher. Foul straight back into the net. Although it's not a net, it is a chain link fence still.
All right, there's going to be no balls and 2 strikes on Grimmett, and he's going to have to take the 2-strike approach at this point. Stay in there, front side.
Cameron Burns may be in motion here due to the ground out if you're in the 2-step approach. Ball outside, be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grimmett. Burns going.
Line drive shot.
All the way at second, and that's how fast Burns is. He was at second base. The right fielder catches it not very far out there.
So the hit and run was on, and he hit it well. Just happened to be right to the right fielder. Watch, that's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Panthers. Burns still at first base after a base knock through the 5-6 hole.
Grimmett seeing the ball well. Like you said, just right to.
Yeah, both outs from Boone and Grimmett were both wild outs for the Panthers.
And here comes the senior, Drew Tyson, stepping in the box. Got hit in the middle of the back his last time up with the sac bunt in the first inning. Gonna look at ball one, outside and low. Burns in motion, gone.
Line shot.
And there it is. Burns is going to go to 3.
He's going 3 all the way. Good piece of hitting there by Drew Tyson. Pushes Burns all the way to third base. And the Panthers have runners on the corners with 2 outs.
And here comes the big time. Adam Broadnack.
With a stand-up triple.
With a stand-up triple last time. Was stranded at third.
And I think Fitzback's going to come in and run another speedy Panther.
Question is how many pitches do you look at before you put Fitzback in motion?
I can tell you, none.
0. He's going with 0. Darren's going with 0. I'm going with after the first.
I mean, the shortstop's playing in short left.
And he's gone. No throw.
And now the
you
Panthers,
looked at your context clues because I didn't even look at the middle infielders. They're playing on the grass after the stand-up triple.
There was no way he was beating Fitzback to the bag at that point.
Just a base hit. Here's what we need from Broadnax. And there it is.
There's a shot. It's going to be right to the center fielder, and he makes the play. It was a shot on the screws, but just straight at the center fielder. Bad luck there for the Panthers.
Yeah, that'll do it. Panthers have 1 hit. Leave 2 stranded here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 hits. 2 hits. Leave 2 stranded in the bottom of the 4th, going to the top of the 5th. Drew Tyson still taking the hill for the Panthers as they're leading 4-0 over the Swamp House.
Yeah, the Panthers just had a run of bad luck there because they hit the 3 outs were all 3 hit very hard.
Yeah, all the outs that we've hit off the bat today, minus maybe 1 or 2, has been barreled up shots that are going right to. And like you say, if you can continue to barrel that ball up, the ball will find the hole.
So like you said, Drew Tyson will be on the bump here in the 5th inning. He only has 55 pitches.
Yeah, through 4 innings, 55 pitches. That's pretty good.
Super efficient for the Panthers.
And them wasting no time, ready to go as he cleans his cleats.
Kilnell.
Excuse me?
Kilnell will be leading off. Looks at strike 1. Maybe Cannell.
Not going to get the call on that one upstairs. Even to count up 1 ball, 1 strike. Kennel is what I would say.
Kennel's going to foul it off into the backstop. One ball, 2 strikes. Gets him with a high heat. Strikeout for Tyson. And 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Your guy, Mason.
All right. Miller's going to be at the plate. Take strike 1 on the breaking ball. He does a weird little thing with his bat.
It's almost straight back.
Almost a Julio Franco. Or what's the guy that played for the Diamondbacks?
The Diamondbacks have several players there.
The one that held the bat real high. Oh, he's going to check swing. Tyson's going to flip over to Hunt for the 2nd out.
Let's see, Diamondbacks.
Almost had it.
Stay with me, Cam.
All right. Looks like Williams is going to
play flare. Go with him, play flare.
step in the box. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and I bet Tyson goes back to that one.
Nothing drops.
Ball 1-1. Back to the breaking ball. Williams lays off. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I know who you're talking about. Had pie forearms. The batter you're trying to think of. Big forearms.
I will think of him here. Counsell.
Matt Counsell?
Yeah. Held his bat real weird. He's going to walk him.
I can tell you now, I would have never got that. Ever. So I'm going to take your word for it.
Yep.
Matt Counsell.
I didn't even use the Google machine on that one.
Just thought of it like it was the 90s.
All right. And now C. Millers takes the plate. He hit it hard his last at bat. He also has the flat bat. And these swamp owls bounce around on the base pass. Strike 1.
I think they try to get Tyson out of that rhythm that he's in, and he's just paying it no mind.
You get caught on the wrong bounce, though, buddy. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there from Tyson. And Miller goes down in the hole 0-2.
Ball outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes to C. Miller. He's taking off. Here's the breaking ball.
Breaking ball. Good play there by Boone to get it. It was a good play by Armand to get to the ball. It was a breaking ball outside, trying to be a put-out pitch. That's going to even account 2 balls, 2 strikes on C. Miller. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. And he's going to hit him, and that's going to put runners at first and second for the Swamp Owls.
Breaking ball didn't break, stayed only. And 2 will be aboard.
That's going to send Dice to the plate, and he is a hard-hitting lefty. Don't want to ease up here if you're Drew Tyson. You want to go get him at the plate, make him beat you.
Keep it force, keep it force.
Checks him at second base. Going to be back in plenty of time.
Ball just upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes on Dice. Tyson delivers. Ball 2.
Going to be outside.
Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes.
And Armand is going to call a timeout. Check it over with Tyson.
So 3-0 on Dice. And the good hitting Netterville on deck. Had a shot to center last inning, but Burns ran it down. See if Dice has the green light. He does, swing and a miss. And he was trying to get 3 of them back right there. And Dice steps out. Have that glove ready.
I got it.
Swing and a miss, and now he's got a full count. And Drew Tyson has worked his way back into this thing.
Yet again, not lost composure, taking his time, making them call timeouts, making them do this.
He's pitching his game.
Like I said, he plays the game inside the game.
He dictates everything when he's on that bump. Foul ball straight at us, and it's just
into the
low.
fence, low.
I knew you needed the glove on this one. All right,
Kudos to the man leaning up against the fence here. That ball was hot, and he did not move.
He did not. He knew he was protected. Us, on the other hand, not so much.
Not so much.
All right, keep that glove handy. I want to hold the phone with the other hand at this point.
I'll do it just in case.
If that was a line drive, we'd be in a bind. All right, full count. Tyson looks in, gonna throw it. Just a lazy throw over to first, just to keep him honest.
That's second, though.
Second, yeah. The first throw to second.
The first throw to second of this at bat.
Of this pitch.
Oh, yeah, of this pitch.
Yeah.
Maybe even the game. Well, we threw one earlier.
Oh, we did. It was a good throw. Williams is working his way off. They're going on the pitch, and that's going to be.
Didn't break on him. Stayed out.
And the Swamp Owl's going to load the bases once again. See if Tyson can pitch his way out of it as Netterville steps up.
Netterville can tie the ball game up with the long ball.
He can. Swinging the hot pink bat. Long fly ball. Burns is on the run, and he makes the out once again. And Drew Tyson pitches his way out of another jam, Josh.
Yeah, Drew Tyson, look, he never loses his composure, always stays out there, going to pitch his game. Like I said, he's telling you what he's got. Here it is. If you don't like it, it's still coming at you. You can run around on the bases. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to stay composed. I'm going to try to get the outs. And he does.
He does. I mean, he pitches his game. He never loses composure there.
Held him scoreless through 4.5 innings here. Panthers coming up, try to get a couple insurance runs. Looks like Mason Sanders is going to be leading it off for the Panthers.
Yeah, so Drew Tyson is not allowed a run in 5 innings. Panthers picked up 3 in the
second.
3 in the second?
1 in the first, 3 in the second.
Yeah.
And has hit the ball hard
straight
to the defenders, but up into the box for the Panthers is going to be 4, 5, and 6. It'll be it'll be Sanders, Hunt, Craig. All right, we're ready to take the bottom half of the 5th inning here. As Mason Sanders will be digging in first for the Panthers, trying to look to get a couple runners aboard, push some insurance runs across for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers need to pick up a couple more, make this thing, to get you out of the grand slam ties things. They have had the bases loaded. The Swamp
Twice.
Owls have twice in the last 2 innings. After I opened my mouth about the perfect game. Sanders going to foul that one off.
Bring that count even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sanders hit the ball well twice. Looks at strike 2. Miller's still on the bump for the Swamp Owls. That's going to be another base hit for Mason Sanders. And he's finding a way to get on base, Josh.
Yeah, Mason Sanders has been doing it all year. Does a good job. 2 strikes. Again, he hits well with 2 strikes. Does just enough, gets enough of the ball, get that flare in over to the second baseman. And you have
That's
one Panther aboard here in the bottom of the 5th for the left-hander, sophomore, Justin Hunt, stepping into the plate.
That's going to run Sanders 2 for 3 on the evening with an RBI. Hunt into the box. Foul ball. They always said Hunt was the one that's going to hit us.
Hunt gets around on the ball well.
All right, that's going to be a foul ball down on first baseline. No balls, 1 strike. Sanders on first, nobody out. He was the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They're going to try to pick him. He's in safely.
I think that's the first, maybe the first throw over from the Swamp Owls here, checking a runner. Yeah, to first.
Yeah.
To first, yeah.
Yes. And Sanders can run. He's just not a big base stealing threat for the Panthers.
No, I look for the Panthers. If they put Sanders in motion, it's going to have to be on the hit and run. Just because you don't want to get your leadoff guy that you got on thrown out at second base on the straight up steal.
Correct. That's going to be a flare.
That's a problem.
And that's going to be caught by the center fielder. And I tell you, Delahousie can really
move.
play center.
He can run because he was deep. He was deep, covered a lot of ground, covered about
great play
50 yards on that.
By Delahousie in center.
That'll bring the freshman, Zach Craig, into the box for the Panthers. Hit the ball hard last time up, right to the left fielder.
To the left fielder. And he was one of those loud outs. We've had about 3 or 4. Delahousie, I don't know how he caught that ball. I was reading that down.
Yeah, well, it's heavy air, so I was reading it down and hung it. It's got a little bit of a coolness to it, but it's just thick air.
But he can run.
Yeah, he's quick.
Made a great sliding play there in center field. That's number 2 or 3 sliding play. Craig fouls it off to the back screen. Going to be 0-1 on the freshman. Pitcher's trying to get his defense where he wants them. He knows he hit it hard last time where he hit it. He's going to go in.
Sanders will be free base past the second. On the pass ball, wild pitch.
The ball went behind Craig.
Even the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. And here, Mason Sanders in scoring position for the Panthers with 1 out.
Craig's going to foul off the off speed and make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sanders in scoring position, only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ball low and in. It's going to be even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Craig. Miller comes set. Check Sanders. Craig hits it up the middle. Big hit there for the freshman.
That's going to score Sanders. Sanders is rounded.
Delahoussie's going to throw at him. They're going to cut it off. Good RBI single there for Zach Craig. And the Panthers take a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Looks
Good piece
like
of hitting there with 2 strikes.
Looks like Sanders was a little bit in motion there. And that'll bring the junior Ty Curtis up to the plate.
Curtis 1 for 2 on the night.
Yeah, Ty Curtis is due for a power bomb.
And Miller's up to 81 pitches here in the 5th inning. Looks at strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Curtis. Curtis swinging a miss.
A little bit of an elevated fastball behind that one.
Down in the count, 0-2, but the Panthers have hit very good with 2 strikes tonight. Looks at ball 1 upstairs.
And outside. Thought they were going to call a balk on the pitcher. Looks like he had a little bit of a jump, like a little bit of a squimmer there. I think that's what they called it on him earlier.
Pickoff play for throws at Craig. He's back in plenty of time.
Yeah, and I notice the middle umpire is looking hard at it now.
Ball away.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Ty Curtis.
Three balls and 2 strikes. It's all full now to Curtis after falling down 0-2.
Curtis worked himself back into the count. And you got to be looking now at that fastball. If it's elevated, you got to be enough up on it to where you can at least get a piece of it.
I don't look for him to throw an off-speed pitch here. He hasn't controlled it good enough. Got him leaning. And picked him off.
With the pickoff move, gets Craig sleeping. And they knew that Craig was going to be in motion because it was in a motion. He had him on his front foot.
Oh, yeah, he was going. 2 down now. Looks at ball high. That's going to be a base on balls for Curtis. And Boone's going to take the batter's box for the Panthers. Boone hit a shot last time at bat to Delahousie. He made one of those sliding grabs on it. Shot to the shortstop. He's going to try to get him at second and does. And that's going to retire the side for the Panthers. But they do get a run on 2 hits. And pushes the score to 5-0 as we go to the 6th inning.
Yeah, we're 6 outs away from going up 1-0 in the series against the Swamp Owls here in the 2nd round of the Division II Select Playoffs.
Yes. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Anything you need for hunting and fishing, there are your one-stop shop. Best looking boats in Cenlaw. Go see them at Holloway Outdoors and Marine. They are a headline sponsor for girls basketball, girls softball, and the Buckeye Panther baseball team. Holloway Outdoors and Marine.
Also, like to thank Robbie Tarver and the Robbie Tarver Companies. They're always just a hop, skip, and jumping away. Anything you need, Robbie Tarver and his many companies can hook you up with what you need.
I'd also like to thank BK Distributors. They are a headline sponsor for all of Buckeye Athletics. BK Distributors, anything you need with a logo on it, they can take care of you. BK Distributors, apparel, or promotions. Go see Scott, Kaylee, or Blaine at BK Distributors, and they'll take care of you. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors once again, because without our sponsors, we'd not be able to broadcast here on 446 Sports to all you Panther fans out there. So thank our sponsors once again as we head to the top of the 6th inning. And Drew Tyson's once again going to be on the bump for the Panthers. Going into the 6th inning, he's only at 80 pitches. Last 2 innings, he's done a little work. Had to work himself out of a couple jams. Got the pitch count up a little bit at that point, but he was so efficient early in the game.
Yeah, he was 51 pitches through 4 innings.
Right.
So he threw about 34 pitches last inning.
That's going to be ball high to Delahousie. And Delahousie's one of them guys that's hit it hard twice.
Not exactly sure where that one was at.
Me neither.
Must be outside.
2 balls, no strikes on the center fielder for the Swamp Owls. Foul ball out of play.
Foul out of play, not even close to a vehicle, which we have been waiting for all year, as they're parked everywhere, very close to the park.
That's going to be a line drive shot, and Burns has it lined up and makes the play. 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. Delahousie with a loud out once again for the Swamp Owls. Can't get the eyes on the baseball that he's looking for. And that's going to be 1 out. Lawson comes to the plate. High fly ball in the infield. Grimmett calls it. And Grimmett makes the play. 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning.
No way would I have wanted any part of catching that fly ball, as it was in the stratosphere.
As a first baseman, you just walk over to your bag and wait for somebody to
and
catch
be
it.
like, well, if they don't catch it, then I'll get the ball. But
Yeah.
that ball was well up the elevator shaft. 4 pitches, 2 outs from Tyson.
Strike 1.
And
This is
quickly,
Donato.
I do
Strike
not
2 on
know,
a foul ball.
as we said earlier, a little gnat. Gnat's
Still
bothering you?
Nope, just watching them bother you. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout.
7 pitches.
Retires the side on 7 pitches.
And that's what makes Drew Tyson Drew Tyson. He comes out, got a little bit of a struggle in the last inning, goes up, pitches 29 to 30 pitches. Comes out there, gets 3 outs and 7 pitches. And we're back in the bottom half of the 6th inning now.
Panthers with a 5-0 lead, looking to stretch it out here in the bottom of the 6th. Miller's still going to be on the bump for the Swamp Owls. It looks like both teams are satisfied with riding it out with their starting pitchers. And you got to play this a little different in playoff baseball here in select Division II. You know, you got the 3-game series.
Hell, everything's 3-game series now. You don't just win one and move on. If that was the case, I mean, that's what makes baseball so hard to get those state championships in these divisions.
Well, you got to have more than one arm.
You got to have a staff of,
that can pitch.
You got to have a good staff of about 4 kids that can come on a rotation at any time and win a ball game for you.
Yeah, you can't ride one horse all the way to the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally different than what it was, 20 years ago for sure, because everything was single. Which helps. It helps a lot of teams. You can come out and win game 1 in a lot of ball games and not make it to the next round, because you predominantly, when you have 1 or 2 pitchers that you.
All right, Burns looks at strike 1. Burns got an 0-2 count last time, got a base hit in 5-6 hole. Later scored on a single by Craig.
Chops that one foul. Go down in the count 0-2. We have quite a horde of people around us down here at the bottom of the booth. Upstairs to Burns, going to bring 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 to Burns. Line drive shot
and
up the
again,
middle. Good
up
piece
the
of
middle. Good
hitting.
2-strike hitting from Cameron Burns.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, not trying to do too much. Hits the ball where it's pitched, and you get on base.
I'm impressed with all the Panthers today when they fail in the count with 2 strikes. You really see a difference now. They've been working the past 2 weeks on 2-strike hitting, and it's showing today.
Yeah, look, and Cameron Burns is one of those kids. Once he gets on base, like I said last inning, and he ended up scoring. He's very speedy, so he can. There's the bunt. Good bunt.
Good-looking bunt.
Goes foul. Grimmett had everybody in the stands and the field tricked as he showed bunt late. Pushes it down. Just got a little bit.
He would have been safe.
Too much of a spin on it.
In the crowd, if you're in a frenzy, we got Chase Lindsay.
That is right. Walking up.
All right, Burns on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Grimmett at the plate. 1 strike. Foul bunt. Burns off on the pitch.
And that's going to. Thought it hit Grimmett.
I did too.
However, it did not. Grimmett is a ball magnet to getting hit. Kind of like Drew Tyson. Both of them will take it.
So they're going to stand there. All right, Panthers now have a runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, very speedy Cameron Burns on second base.
Foul ball out of play, and that's going to bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that ball ran in on Grimmett a little bit, got on his hands. Just able to get enough of it to get it over the backstop.
Hey, good job.
Ball evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, the Panthers in a 2-strike approach up at the plate. Line drive.
That's off the ground. That's off the ground.
And
Tried to play it like he caught it.
They'll be safe
and the
on
umpire.
the corners.
Now, I will tell you this, without it being 3 umpires
on
the field,
that's tough.
That's tough right there, because that ball would have probably been called as a catch. However, it did hit the ground. Could see it plain as day, and the umpire was within 5 foot from him.
Panthers had him on the corner. Once again, another good piece of 2-strike hitting for the Panthers. And I look for Grimmett to be going on the first pitch.
We're going to call time.
Swoopow's going to call a timeout. He's going to talk to him and say, hey, I thought he caught it. But it was a good call by the umpires. I mean, it was short hop right into his glove. So I look for Grimmett to be going here on the first pitch, put 2 runners on second and third with nobody out.
And very good heads-up play running by Burns, and that's how I know that it was short hop, because Burns was looking at it as well.
Yeah, took off.
Burns halfway through in between second and third, and he did not turn around to come back to second, because he could tell, just like we could here. Of course, we're a little higher than everybody else too, but Burns did a good job continuing to run to third on that.
Yeah, he was looking at it. He was right on it.
Yeah, I mean, the umpire was 3 foot from it, 4 foot from it, being it's 3 of them here. So with that, runners on the corners, and that'll bring the senior Drew Tyson into the box for the Panthers. Going to look at ball 1, and Grimmett is taking a second on the free pass.
All right, they got runners in second and third.
No outs.
No outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Burns at third, Grimmett at second.
And that's going to hit him in the helmet.
The bat.
I thought it hit his helmet first.
He tipped his bat before he could get it down. He was trying to get it down.
That'll be a foul ball. Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. As the infield is on the grass, playing short.
Trying to cut the run off at home, but it opens up a lot of holes for Drew Tyson. Fly ball, and
it's coming
that's
right to us.
Get to us, and nobody's going to catch it.
Foul ball.
I believe I could have caught that one, John.
I could have caught that one if we'd had a rail. I would have hung over the rail. But like I told you, it's open front deck here.
No
and a large man going over it.
Yes.
Not going to happen.
All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tyson now. Tyson looks.
It's going to be trouble. That's
ball,
trouble. That's in no man's land.
And it's going to fall in no man's land. Grimmett's going to third. He's going to be in. Nobody's at second to cover. And the Panthers score another one and have runners on second and third with nobody out.
Yeah, that's what you got out of your mouth just a little bit. When the infield's up like that onto the grass, that ball was hit, 15 or 25 feet behind second base. The outfielder's out, and the infielders had a long ways to run behind them, and it falls in.
Yeah, if you're in regular depth, that's an easy pop-up.
Yeah.
But it opens so much
Great
up when
piece
you
of running by Drew Tyson.
Yeah,
Grimmett started with the running, going to third there, and then once they made the throw to third, all the middle infielders was out in the outfield, so no one at second. So you're going to have, again, second and third, no outs here with the big-time Adam Broadnax stepping into the box, who has a stand-up triple earlier in the game.
He's seeing the ball very well.
And hit the ball very hard to the center fielder last up.
Fitzback's going to go in to run, courtesy run for Drew Tyson. Fitzback's also super fast.
Got a silky chicken in the box here.
All right, here we go. They're playing up once again, trying to cut the run off. Try to stop the bleeding. 6-0, Buckeyes ahead. Runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Infielders in again. Going to be ball 1. Adam Broadnax is low and outside.
They're going to put Broadnax on, and they're going to pitch to Mason Sanders, who's 2 for 3 on the evening.
Yeah, trying to get that force, maybe turn a double play, only giving up 1 run here.
Miller already at 102 pitches and hasn't recorded an out here in the bottom of the 6th. So Broadnax fits back and Grimmett on the base path. Sanders at the plate, ball 1, 1-0.
Will be 1 ball, no strikes on Sanders.
Sanders already have collected 2 hits this evening. Looking to do some damage here with the bases loaded, nobody out.
And he'll look at strike 1, even the count up 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's going to be an off-speed pitch. He's going to sneak in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But listen, this is where he does his best hit with 2 strikes.
Yeah, both base hits come today. The first one through the 5-6 hole for the RBI was on 2 strikes. Last time up at bat, gets a base hit with 2 strikes. Infielder still playing in. So if you can get the ball hard onto the ground, it's a good chance it'll get through the infield.
Line shot down the left field line, going to go foul. And Sanders hangs in there. One ball, 2 strikes, bases loaded, nobody down here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Gets him changed.
He gets Sanders chasing. That's going to be 1 out. And the middle's going to step back, try to turn 2. Corners are going to stay in. Hunt. And the Swole Pile's going to call a timeout and go to the pitcher. He's at 107 pitches, and that's going to be all for him this evening.
Quite an intense game of wiffle ball coming back behind us again.
Oh yeah, it's at least 20 of them out there. Josh, who's number 5?
It'd be on my sheet down here. Hang on, it's under you. Grab it, and I'll tell you. Number 5 is going to be E. Cannell.
Where did that come from?
That come from the third baseman who was the pitcher, threw it into the dugout on the warm-up. E. Cannell, K-I-H-N-E-L. Kennel.
Cannell.
Is the H silent? Cannell. Kilnell. Maybe Kilnell. I don't know, but that's who's on the mound for the Swole Piles, according to the lineup.
All right, so Cannell.
Oh, you're going with Cannell, okay.
What are you going with?
Kennel.
All right, Kennel's going to take over on the bump. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bases loaded for Buckeye. They lead 6-0 over the Swole Piles from Kenner. Justin Hunt's going to be the batter for Buckeye when we resume play. So tomorrow's matchup is probably going to be Netterville versus Broadnax.
In the game, too.
In the game, too. 4 o'clock tomorrow, baseball game. 5 o'clock, the softball game. We're going to try to bring both of them to you. We're going to work on that this evening.
So, before we start, bases are loaded, 1 out. Kennel on the mound for the Swamp Owls. Has 1 out with the sophomore left-hander, Justin Hunt, stepping into the box for the Panthers. Middle infield is up again, trying to cut the run off at the plate.
Foul ball out of play. First pitch swinging was Hunt.
And the middle infield steps back. The corners are in. 0-1 count to Hunt.
Ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks at strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hunt. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Panthers. Hunt's gonna send it over. It gets him at 4. Can't get him at first base, and the Panthers are gonna keep the bases loaded, but they do not pick up a run.
A little flare down to the third. Third made a good play, went home. Netterville did try to make the 4-1 turn. Throw was just a little off. Couldn't tag Hunt on the throw.
Freshman Zach Craig steps in.
And that'll bring the freshman left-hander up, Zach Craig, into the box. Try to
1 for 2 on the night. He does have an RBI. His out was allowed out to the left field. Line drive. Looks at strike 1.
looks at the fastball.
Line shot up the middle once again for the freshman.
That's going to score 2.
He's going to shoot, and the freshman picks up 2 more RBIs for Zach Craig, and he's 2 for 3 on the night, having himself a game.
And Webby, as they call it, coming in to run for Craig.
All right, with the
Matthew Webb.
2-run RBI for Zach. That's going to push the score to 8-0. Buckeye leads here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Craig's seen the ball good tonight.
Yeah, he's done well with the pitches that he's offered. You know, he's hit the ball hard all 3 times there. The first one was just right to the left fielder on the outside pitch. Doing a good job driving the ball up the middle where the ball is pitched. Not trying to, and Marty's been working with him, rolling that hand over that we've been talking about. Marty's done a good job with him, telling him to stay through the zone, let the ball travel a little bit. It's going to be ball 1 upstairs to the junior, Ty Curtis, with Justin Hunt standing on second, Matthew Webb on first. Panthers leading 8-0 here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs.
That's what we needed. We needed that base hit to pick up a couple. I thought they were going to get out of it. No outs. Swing and a miss. Curtis evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
2 balls and a strike to the junior right-hander, Ty Curtis.
Gonna hit him.
Ty Curtis gonna take one off the backside.
And the Panthers gonna load him up once again for Boone.
Hayden Boone, the senior, stepping in now with the bases loaded. A base hit here, scoring 2 may do it. It's 10 after 5. So looking for the 2 runs to end this one a little early. 3 outs early.
Boone steps in. Hunt, Webb, and Curtis on the base path. Boone looks at ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball inside, 2-0 on Boone.
Cameron Burns on deck for the Panthers. The last 2 times up had base hits up the middle.
Boone looks at strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Boone hit the ball hard the last 2 times up. Delahousie robbed him of 1. It's going to be dribbled. Pitcher's going to have to take it. He throws over to first. He's going to be safe. Boone got down the line in a hurry. That plates another run for Buckeye.
That's going to go in the books as an infield hit. Good base running there by Boone as he gets down the line 90 feet quick. And Cameron Burns can't end the game with a base hit up the middle like the last 2.
9-0. Buckeye leading big here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Have a timeout. Not sure.
I think he asked for asked him to talk about it. I mean, he's right on top of it. I mean, you can't get a better look than what he had. It was a very good call. This crew has been exceptional.
All right, I believe Cameron Burns can have the walk-off with the RBI here in the bottom of the 6th.
2 outs. Bases loaded, 9-0 Panthers.
Burns calls a timeout.
Gets it granted. He's coming, nobody's there, and the Panthers are gonna steal it. And that's the ball game. Panthers win it in 6, 10-0 over the Swamp Owls.
Yeah, look, good piece of hitting tonight from the Buckeye Panthers, especially with 2 strikes where the ball was pitched, going with the pitches, not trying to roll that hand over like they've been working on all week. Phenomenal job on the offensive side of the ball. Fantastic job from Drew Tyson. He gets the shutout. And that's going to sign us off for today because the Panthers, they meet right here in front of us in the booth. So that's going to be now 10-0 game 1. Looking for game 2 tomorrow. It'll be at 4 o'clock. Game 3 will be at 7 if we need it. I'd like to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors, BK Apparel, BK Promotions, also Holloway Outdoors and Marine. Also like to thank Tarver Companies, all the many Tarver companies. I'd like to thank him for being a headline sponsor here for Buckeye Baseball. That's going to sign us off. We'll try to bring you both games tomorrow as the third round of the playoffs for the Lady Panthers over in the softball field. And that'll do it with us signing off.